back to the off season on 670 The Score. I'm here with Chandler, Jackson, and Ryan here. I'm Gavin Settlemeyer today. We are live here in Chicago. They're very fired up to see us. I'm their favorite person. So basically today we're going to be talking about which team's going to have the biggest second half push in Major League Baseball. I'm going to start off, and I'm going to say the Chicago Cubs for a couple of reasons. The Cubs have had, of course, they're very unlucky. They would have won 70% of their games if the games ended in the seventh inning because their bullpen is so atrocious. But saying that, the Cubs just won a series against the Orioles. They just won a series against the Angels. They beat the Phillies in a game. They're looking up. Cody Bellinger and that outfield. I thought they should all be Gold Glovers, but they're very talented, and I think they're going to be the team that's going to break through. I think they're going to win about 85, 86, maybe 87 games. All right, Chandler, you go. All right, Ryan.
I am going to go with the Pittsburgh Pirates to have the best second half this season, and that is simply because they have a very talented rookie named Paul Skeens who can light up the radar gun. He can hit 100 miles an hour with his fastball. Fans come to see him play. The Pirates' offense is pretty talented. Recently, they ran out of fireworks because they hit so many home runs. 7 in one game, and they won 14-2. So I think what the talent level is certainly there for Pittsburgh. And Paul Skeens, I think, is going to have to keep going, and the other pitching staff, as well as the bullpen, is just going to have to continue what they're doing, and I think Pittsburgh will have themselves at least 8 or 9 games above 500.
All right, Jackson or Chandler, who wants to go first?
I can go first. I think the Guardians will have the great second half season, just because Jose Ramirez is just really good at hitting home runs, and their whole other offense and defense is really good.
That's a very good take. How about Chandler?
I think the Boston Red Sox are going to have a really great second half. They've been really hot, and they even are in a wild card position right now. If they call up some of their young studs like Marcelo Meyer, I feel like they could make a great push to make a playoff run in the second half.
Well, thank you. Also, a follow-up question. Which team do you think is going to have the biggest decline?
I think we got questions from the audience.
Oh, do we? Mr. What's your name?
I'm Ryan here.
Ryan?
Live from the audience here in Chicago. And I'm going to go about 5 hours towards the Atlantic Ocean in Cleveland. The Cleveland Guardians are currently 57-34. They have one of the easiest first half schedules in baseball. They're going to have to play a lot of powerhouses right out of the gate after the All-Star break. What do you guys think of them? Do you guys think they overperformed? And do you guys think they're going to fall off in the second half?
That was actually going to be my team, Ryan. Thank you. They, again, yes, they did have a very easy schedule, but the Twins, they're coming up. Of course, the White Sox, Royals, and Tigers, they're not there. But the Twins, I think the Twins are going to win the division. I think the Guardians, they're going to make the playoffs, but they're not going to make a playoff push. I feel like they're going to get first rounded. So that's my team, and also answers your question.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say the biggest decline is an easy one. It's the New York Yankees. Look at the skid they're on right now. They can't win a game at home in front of 43 to 50,000 fans. That's not a good sign. Even though you're starting off on a high note, 20 games above 500, you got to finish it out. And the Yankees are not on that track right now. They're giving up lots of runs. They're not performing well with their capabilities. And I feel like if you're going to be a World Series contender, you need to not only start the season out on a good note, but you need to have a good end at the first half of the season and at the second half of the season. The Yankees are not concluding the first half very well. That's the team that's going to have a downfall.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say that the Chicago White Sox are gonna keep going down. I don't think they're gonna go up. I'm just gonna take the easy one. They're just gonna keep going down. They don't have. They're their only good player. What's his name?
Luis Robert Jr.
Yeah, him.
How many losses do you think the White Sox are going to have this season? Bold prediction.
100, more than 100.
116 for me.
Yeah.
All right, how about you, Chandler Simons?
I think I'm going to piggyback off of Ryan's point here. In 2022, the Yankees started off really, really hot. In their first 75 games, they were 60-15. Yet, they only managed to get by to the first round of the playoffs before falling off. think that the New York Yankees, although they start off very hot in the first half, you can always see a little bit of shaky play with them, and then they always start the decline at the end of the season. I don't think they'll finish it off.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into this episode of the off season. I hope to see you next week. And